Hi, I'm here. Welcome to Left Undone. I am sending a message because I'm happy to see you guys all here. Yay, we're both here, right? Let's roll, right, Zulu? All right, so welcome to Left Undone, Incomplete Investigations. I'm Catherine. This is our Saturday morning, every Saturday morning at 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. Well, or 10:37, depends. You know, sometimes 10:30 is not possible. Now my cats are going to get all excited because I'm out here in the main part of the house again. So if you hear people running around, they're animals. So anyways, let's roll. Okay, hi, Mary, Judy, Tracy, everybody. How is your Saturday? It's kind of rainy here where I'm at. And I want to talk all about, hi, Christy, Audrey, Loose Can, yay. Everybody's here. Hi, Lenny. Hi, Sensible Crime and Viking American. And if you're new here, please subscribe, like, ring the bell for notifications because we do this every Saturday. Sometimes I'm a little bit late, like today. Actually, probably plan on like 10:35. I don't know what it is. It is in my genes or something. I can plan everything and then something sets me traction. Oh, one more thing. I'll do this. Oh, wait, I'll change my shirt. Oh, wait, you know. So, hi, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Hi from the UK, Ella. So, first, let's talk about Lori's court yesterday and her attorney and how long that was to say absolutely nothing. I mean, can you believe this? Like, did everybody see it? You didn't miss much. You could just scroll all the way to the last like 3 minutes because the entire thing was absolutely just a train wreck. As far as I mean, I'm not a lawyer, but I was embarrassed for the guy. Like, he was just bumbling and rumbling. Some people think it was the mask. I don't know. Well, he came in with the big freaking mask and the gun, like a gunslinging bandit, but instead of just wearing a hospital type mask. So I think he was having a hard time breathing and talking, and he was going to hyperventilate. Oh, thank you, Eve. You liked my commentary? I tend to do that. Yeah, it was just a big windbag. Yeah, like, what are you saying, mister? I'm literally here on my lunch break trying to watch this, and he's going on and on. It was like 2.5 hours. And that look that Lori gave him at the end was like, you just became on the dark list, buddy. So, did you see that? Like, the look she gave him at the end, she was just like, the Lori look when she's not happy. You can read her mind. He yelled the full 2.5 hours over them. Yeah, and I'm like, oh my God, the guy's gonna need an O2 tank. Like, hi, Rhea. Thank you for being here. My moderator's here. It was absolute. Yeah, the look was priceless, right, Debbie? It was like, holy crap, man! You are seriously an attorney. You sound like a 12-year-old, you know, maybe a 15-year-old. I don't know, trying to pretend he was an attorney. I was just blah blah blah. Yeah, everything was just. Hi, Erica, Tamara. So that was really crazy. And the judge, I think I could tell like she was not really enjoying his blah, blah, blah. And she hated her mask as well. So, hi, Savani, Zabani, Katrina, Ziggy, my cat. You're not going in there right now. Sorry. I should lock myself in the other room, but so yeah, it's like the judge, she kind of, I mean, she was very professional, but I could tell she was over her mask too. And at the end, I kind of kept going back and forth, like, Ziggy. I kept going back and forth because I wasn't sure if she was going to go, okay, yeah, you know, you do have rights and yada, yada, yada. You have a dog named Ziggy, Erica? This cat is 12 years old, and he is very stubborn about what he wants. And the room he's trying to go in right now is my office. And it's fine when I'm in there, but we have the baby chickens in there. And he's very interested in the chickens. And when I'm in there, I can say, no, don't look at those. They're in a box, but he's so big and heavy, and he's like 18 pounds. He could literally jump on the wire above them and probably land inside of them. So he's just going to have to behave right now. Marilyn, your dog is Ziggy too? How funny. We all got Ziggies. So I was kind of nervous a little bit about the judge. Yeah, about diving. The prosecutor used his own declaration against him. Yeah, I mean, the prosecutor was just like, where are you going with this? And we do not have to do this. He had all that stuff wrong. I mean, I was working and listening at the same time, so I couldn't completely zone in on it. And I was going to rewatch it, and I started to record it, but it got so long and just so like I was over it. So by the end, when she said no bail to be reduced, I was like, yay, thank you. She's never getting out of there, you guys. I don't see how. Unless those kids show up, how on earth is she ever going to get out of there? Like, ever. There's so much evidence against her in so many things, not just missing children, but I think I said this last week, but now that they did this bail reduction and then they have the preliminary hearing coming up in July, she's definitely sitting there until July, and it's still before her doomsday day. So Dateline made Chad out to be a villain. Sounds like she was brainwashed by him, and you could tell Melanie was lying. Kids are dead. Yeah, so that's the court thing. She didn't get her bail, but Dateline. So here's the thing with Dateline. I think for some reason they were really soft on Melanie, and I don't know why. Oh, thank you, Ayla. You like my shirt? Thanks. Hi, Lisa from Tennessee. I can't believe I'm so excited that she can't produce the children, right? Like, she can't. Lori Vallow, her roots are gray. I was hoping for that. But her hair's so light. So probably the next time we see her in court, unless they get Paul Mitchell out there again for her, she's going to be really gray. I mean, she's 46 years old. She's got gray hair under there. Melanie's full of crap. Yeah, Melanie, did you guys see that? And then those of you who are not in the US that couldn't see it, I recorded it with my phone in pieces. So every time there's a commercial, I paused it. I put my phone in front of the TV and I record it. So it's not super great quality, but I have it. Crystal, yes. A Greek fan, freak fan, yes. He's risen. So what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. I thought he was soft. Okay, it'll come back. But I thought he was soft on Melanie, and I think she's lying. And I think Ian, they brought up the fact that he wore the wire for the FBI, to spy on Melanie and Lori and Chad. But that wire, that recording that he wore. Oh, yeah, now I remember what I was saying. Sorry. That recording that Ian wore is on the list of evidence. Okay, so I have it on my Facebook. We have a Facebook. If you guys are on Facebook, I'm posting it every comment on the Facebook group. So it's there. I got, I don't know how many, but I did every commercial, so it's like one, because I couldn't upload the whole thing. I tried to email it to somebody that's in the, one of Miss Jen, that's in the UK, and I couldn't email it. It's too big. Each one is just too big. It's like 5-6 minutes each. But I just put my phone in front of my TV and recorded it because I couldn't watch it live on any of my devices that I could record on. So, these animals, sorry guys, my home and to police the animals right now. So I have it recorded. So what I do today, if you're not on our Facebook group, I don't know if I'll get a copyright strike, but what I will do is I will make a video of it. I'll upload it, and I'll give you guys a link to it. I'll put the link to it under here when I post this today, and then I'll try a couple options. I'll either put a private, like, so you can only get there through the link on YouTube, and then I also I sound like a bumbling. I sound like the lawyer right now. I will also give you a link that goes to an outside area, like another app that I use to edit my stuff, where all my videos are, and I'll make it public so you can see it there. Okay, so I'll give you 2 ways to see it in case they give me a copyright strike on YouTube. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, but, okay, Judy, but we can all watch it on Dateline, but the people in the other countries, it's blocked. Oh, I did find out, because I did a little research for you guys not in the US. If you have a VPN, you can change your VPN location to be somewhere in the United States. Then you won't be blocked from going on to NBC or any of the US things. So if you have a VPN, put your location as New York or whatever. I use a VPN. You know, mine always says somewhere else than I am, ever since everybody told me all the weird stuff that could go on when you don't have a VPN. So, yeah, I'll do a couple things, and today after we're done here, I was going to do it this morning, but it's moving slow because Saturday and Sunday are my day off, and it's kind of a rainy day, so the house was quiet. It's not now with the cat and dog, and but I will put it under here, and then there will be a link. Okay, how's that sound? So, okay, so Melanie was lying. How could she say it didn't work, Isabel? Oh, all right. Well, you're going to see my bad copy of it then. Okay, I will put that. Okay, but you guys can try the VPN thing. Maybe it'll work for some. Now my dog, oh my goodness, she's digging on the sofa to try to make a bed, but maybe that means she'll calm down. So Melanie, you didn't know about Melanie's wire? Yeah, or Ian's wire? Yeah, he wore right. It's in his, in that Ian thing, that crazy thing where Ian took all those notes about the multiple probations and all that stuff. It says in there that he wore a wire, and then he wound up telling Melanie, and then he started backtracking, right? Well, there never really was anything on it, but there's got to be something on there. Melanie, Keith Morrison asked her, so you came to Idaho, you went to Rexburg, you rented an apartment, and you never saw the kids? And she's like, yeah, I never saw them. And you didn't ask? Well, do you remember what her reply was to that? I'll have to rewatch it, but I was like, wait, what? You have cousins. Like, you can't, and they're little. JJ's little. Why wouldn't you be like, what? I don't trust Melanie as far as I can throw her, for real. Right. Where's JJ, Melanie? You know what? I bet you anything they go, we'll go on and do the show, but do not ask us this, or this directly, right? Hey, stop. So my son moved up here with his fiance. I was living alone, and they brought their animals, their cats. And my cat is used to being just a cat and a dog. And so my cat gets really annoyed with them because he's 12 and they're younger. And so he's like, get away from me. No, Ziggy, go lay down, please. Go. So anyways, the chickens are great. They're getting so big. My son's putting a coop. Finally, he got a coop yesterday. He has put it together. It's about halfway together now. So they're going to go outside, hopefully. But they're huge now, but they're so funny. If I go and lean over and talk to them, they come over like, hey, what do you got to say? We want to listen to you. And then, hi, Sally. And then if I sing to them, which I don't have a good voice, they're very interested. They raise their neck up and they look at me. So, hi, Dells, how are you? See you guys all here. Somebody left my channel and unsubscribed because I say hi to you guys on here. I'm like, really? Really? Okay. Fast forward. They listened to the recorded, like fast forward past when I said hello, hello, hello in the beginning. So dumb. People are weird. You grew up with chickens, Sally? Oh, they're so cute. They're so fun. I'm from Orange County, and I've never had chickens in my life, any kind of farm animals. And my son is a letter carrier out more in a rural area, and he's fallen in love with all these farm animals when he's delivering mail. I mean, he keeps taking selfies with baby goats, and I'm like, do not bring one of those here, because you guys aren't going to live in my house forever. Like, you guys are just here temporarily until you find out where you're living. But I'll probably want to keep the chickens, and they're going to bring us eggs. They'll give us eggs, so we'll be happy with those. I have a feeling that to be one of the 144,000, you have to marry one of the cult members. Yeah, I think that's the gist of it. You have to marry one. They come in couples or something like that. So Melanie's a big fat liar, but same with Aunt Lori. So, again, the whole family's full of liars. Okay, what about Colby saying that he was molested by Joe Ryan? What do you guys think about that? Do we believe that? It was really, the way he threw it out there was a little strange. I do believe that Joe Ryan was kind of a bully kind of stepdad, not really super nice. Even Annie says that. But they accused him initially of molesting Tylee. And some people were commenting that usually people that work in that industry, or, I don't know, what's the word? Like psychology and all that child molesters don't tend to pick on both sexes. They have a preference. But I don't know. I don't know if I believe it. I feel like Colby threw that out there. And I'm not like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to believe you. Just like people don't believe, the women that say that they were abused or molested or whatever. But I think I just got a weird feeling of him throwing that. I don't know, but we know Joe Ryan was not, that great of a guy. We do know he grew up in foster care. It probably did some damage to him. Him and Annie were estranged for a while. And obviously he had some kind of issues, and I do believe that he was abusive. But I don't know. That was weird that Colby threw that out there. That was new. That was new information. And I don't know. Really, that one really throws me a little bit. But everybody in this family is got just such a different affect about things anyway. That is his stepdad, adopted dad. Joe Ryan adopted Colby when he was little. His dad is somebody named John LaGoya. That was Lori's second husband. So Lori's first husband is Nelson something or other. He was annulled. And they got married very young. Then she married this John LaGoya. They had Colby and divorced very soon after Colby was born. Then she married Joe Ryan, and Joe Ryan did adopt Colby. And then after that, she married Charles, and that's who she was with for, most of the time was Charles. So what's the Facebook group? It is called Left Undone. And I have a link in my videos to the Facebook group. No, there'll be one here too. Right, refright. There was something about him having a head injury and not remembering the abuse. I think Lori coached him into believing that he was. Yeah, well, see now, Laura, and that's the other thing. You can do that to children. You can coach them into believing that something happened to them. So I would, I think you could. So I don't know. look, you know, my jury's out on that. I feel bad for Colby. Okay, oh, okay, there's some information here about the abuse on accusations. Oh, okay, hold on. About what Annie said about it. I don't know if I can see it on my phone. It won't open. Oh, there we go. All right, it says, in the last case regarding Colby Ryan was declined prosecution due to inconsistencies in Colby's story. She stated that new outcries are starting to come out now that Colby has been in therapy. She said Colby was re-interviewed for this case and added more information to his outcry. She said it is suspect because he says that he did not mention the details before because he had a head injury. She said she asked Miss Vallow for Colby's mattress so that it can be sent off for forensic testing. But Miss Vallow and her husband have followed through with it. I guess men haven't followed through. She said Miss Vallow was angry about the request for the mattress. She said there are big issues in this case because of the number of inconsistencies. So this was already back that Annie had posted this, and this is from April 23rd, 2007. So this is when I guess the accusations happened. And it's on Reddit, and I can put the link. I'll put the link to this Reddit one in below so you guys can look at it too. And Annie says, if my brother did sexually abuse Colby, I hope he gets the help he needs. Likewise, if Colby is lying, I hope he gets the help he needs. Regardless, there's no question Colby was repeatedly victimized in childhood. He grew up in an incredibly unstable environment. He has a long, hard road to recovery. Hopefully, he can break the vicious cycle of sociopathy with his young family. I wish him only the best. So that was from Annie, Joe Ryan's sister. She posted that. Thank you, Lisa. Thanks for sending that. Perfect timing for that, right? I needed that. Hated that Melanie was defending Lori and Chad's marriage days after Chad's wife died. Oh, well, yeah. And then April was like, no. She's like, well, that's not unusual in our faith to get married 2 weeks later. Seriously, you guys that are LDS, is that normal? 2 weeks? Like, that's not, I have a hard time. I believe that they believe in family, and they become, you know, if you become a widow, yeah, that you want to continue, you know, and, but 2 weeks, that seems weird. Let's see. So that, and then, what about Chad and Lori having the same attorney now? Does that seem weird to you? That seems weird to me too. So what else was in the Dateline that we can talk about? Ian's wire thing, that's really weird. You know, all this is we're gonna find out all this because something's gonna eventually go to, you know, a jury or something, I would imagine. I don't think they're all gonna plea out on this. I think Melanie's still pregnant. And I think that Dateline was filmed a while back. It was filmed over time. That Dateline, because I know that April, I've spoke to April's mom before, and I think it was about the time when Lori was going to, some of the interview was done about the time when Lori came back to Rexburg. So that interview with Melanie may have been before we saw her walking into court that day, where she looked a little more pregnant. I mean, pregnancy's long. It's 40 weeks, so I don't think she delivered yet. She's probably getting closer, though. What about the stories Chad's kids' friends got online telling their friends that their dad went to Hawaii and then met Lori? Yeah, see, so many lies, so many inconsistencies. My dad went first, well, MS said something about an old friend of his, an old friend of the family, and him both were recent widows, so they got together and they got married really quick. And then somebody else said, oh, my dad went to Hawaii to be alone after my mom died, and he met Lori. So lies, 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 because we know he knew Lori before Tammy died. We know they were shopping for wedding rings before Tammy died. I am following Court TV. I watch them a couple times. I'm like, no, we've been talking about this for months on my channel. Like the Stacy, like Melanie's mom, Stacy. Okay, they got that wrong. They reported that Adam's book, Adam is the other brother, says that his sister Stacy died from a rare form of diabetes that she got, or contract whatever that she got during her pregnancy with Melanie, I guess. That's not true. That doesn't happen. You don't keep gestational diabetes. She was either a diabetic before, and she was a type 1, and she stayed a diabetic. It was either diagnosed before she was pregnant, because pregnant diabetics are very brittle. They have a really hard time controlling their sugars when they're already a diabetic. Gestational diabetes is a kind of diabetes that some people get when they're pregnant. It is a pregnancy phenomenon thing that happens, like preeclampsia. Gestational diabetes does not stay with you. The minute you're done being pregnant, you're no longer considered a diabetic, unless you were one before, or unless you were diagnosed to be that you were a type 1 or type 2 and it got diagnosed during your pregnancy. But there isn't a rare form of diabetes that you get when you're pregnant and you keep forever. And most Ziggy, my cats, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm gonna like lose my mind with them. If you most gestational diabetes do not need insulin. That's diet controlled. They go to a nutritionist. They go to the high risk perinatologist group, and they meet with a dietitian nutritionist, and they learn how to eat right through the rest of their pregnancy. Some wind up having to take metformin, oral medicine for diabetes, and very rarely, but some do need insulin during their pregnancy. But afterwards, they're done. They're not a diabetic anymore. They are at risk for having type 2 diabetes, more at risk than somebody that didn't have gestational diabetes. They are more at risk of having type 2 diabetes later in life, but you don't get a rare form of diabetes in your pregnancy and keep it like Adam is saying. So that's kind of weird, because it raises my feathers a little bit, because I believe these people lie a lot about how people die, and nobody does their homework, and they just go, oh yeah, she was pregnant. So I don't know. I would like to find out why Adam was convinced that she had this form of diabetes that doesn't exist. Somebody, I asked, because on my Facebook group, somebody said she was a type 1 diabetic, and I said, do we know this? Like, how do we know this? And they didn't answer me. So I don't know, but that is my expertise. I've worked in OB, high-risk pregnancies since 2002, and it is now 2020, and I was a labor and delivery nurse for 12 years in labor and delivery, high-risk unit, antepartum, all that, dealt with this every day of my life. And now I'm a high-risk B case manager, and I deal with gestational diabetes on the daily, more than once. So, it's like you can't throw that one over on me. It's one thing you can't. Thank you, Eleni, so much for the donation. I appreciate it. Super chat donation, Eleni. Thank you, $5. I appreciate it very much, you guys. Last month, I was able to make enough on here to send my mom my portion of her assisted living money. So it's super helpful. And I like being a nurse. I feel like we're doing good here talking about something that needs to stay in the news, this case with these children, so they don't go down the drain. We don't want that to be forgotten. So we're keeping this story as alive as possible. Genius. Yeah, I think they may have murdered her too. Now nothing surprises me at all. Has there been any more that came out about the alleged Tylee sighting at a country concert? Nope, I've not heard nothing. You want a Left Undone coffee cup? Okay, so that, Marilyn, I'm working on that this weekend. I am going to get the merchandise up. I figured out how to do it, and it's actually pretty easy. So I'm working on that this weekend. My daughter was supposed to be helping me with that, but she is busy. She has a 2-year-old and she's pregnant and a husband, and they work, and now they're working from home. So, and she's still, well, no, she's supposed to graduate right now from college. Finally, she took forever because she got married and stuff in between, but her walk it's canceled. It was supposed to be the next weekend. So you want the Left Undone merch also? Okay, Mary, cool. Yeah. All right. If you guys want it, I'll definitely do it. Let's see. Poor Colby can't see his brother and sister. I know. So I do feel like Colby, just to say, I do feel like Colby is a huge victim in this, but I think he's a lifelong victim of Lori. And I also still believe that Lori's always been a psychopath or a sociopath or whichever one it is. She's extremely selfish. Just like that look which she gave her lawyer yesterday. It's like when she doesn't get her way, you go on the, I'm probably on the list if she ever heard of my channel. Like, anybody that's anti-Lori gets on that list, I believe, that dark list. That's the other thing that was really interesting that Justin Lum threw out there, this list. I was a little bit like, yes, Judy, it did. Thank you so much. You helped my mom. Thank you. My mom is 83, and I feel so bad. We can't see her. We can't visit her. We can't talk. I mean, we can talk to her, but nobody's allowed. But coronavirus, we don't want the old people getting it because they will not do well. They don't do well. So we got to stay away from her for now. But she still has to pay rent in her assisted living. So, that Justin Lum put that Julie Rowe interview that he just had this week, where there's dark and light, and you get a score and a number for being a 4L or a 4 dark or a 3 or D. I think that all is the information that we had in the original zombie letter. That I think that's just more detailed about that. The list. Remember, in the original zombie letter, there's the person says that Chad, the police have it. They said Chad had a list of, Chad and Lori had a list on their computer of people. And I think that's what that zombie, that's what that is, you know? I saw on Court TV about Adam that years ago, he was on the radio and they did a game where a woman died. And then, yes, okay. So Adam they did a radio contest. He's a DJ. And it was who could drink the most water, which is extremely dangerous because there is such a thing as water intoxication and you can die from it. You deplete your electrolytes, your potassium, all your sodium, everything. You deplete them because you dilute them so much that you don't have them. Your heart cannot pump without potassium and sodium. Your body cannot function without those electrolytes. That's why when you're dehydrated, you feel so horrible because your body is depleting. So not only can you dehydrate, but you can dilute it so bad with so much water that you die. And the woman on that contest with Adam drank so much water that she actually died of water intoxication. So he was fired. He defends it. And then I was also told that someone actually reached out to him, a nurse, while they were doing the contest or talking about it or something, and said, it's very dangerous. Don't do it. People can die. So he didn't listen. He said he was just doing what he was told. which is really sad. The woman lost her life. The whole family is just so surrounded by death and crime, and you'd think they were like the Sopranos or something, you know? I was just joking about the travel mug. Let's not capitalize on tragedy. Oh, yeah, but my channel's not just about this. It's about crime in general. So, but we've pretty much been really invested in the Lori Vallow Daybell case from the beginning. And especially since somehow I was the lucky winner of the original zombie email. So definitely just following this to the end, like I said, forever and ever and ever. Yeah, sensible crime, absolutely not. Nobody is that's attending a church and then kills. They're false prophets. Yeah, they're false. Yep. Mark Means is a 5D now, right? If she would have got out, he would have been like a what? On one side, where are the children? On the other side, on the other. Oh, okay. Where are the children? On the other side, on the other teacher. Okay, that's cool. That would be good. Where are the children? That would be good. We can be the eyes and pressure to help people pay attention to injustice that may help solve and prevent crimes. Yes. You know, they do say that there have been channels like this that have actually helped solve crimes, because as you can see, people involved in the crime do watch, they do pop in, they do say things sometimes. Look at, I got a nasty email or message from Joseph Murray, so people watch this stuff. So if they ever threw something out there that could really help this investigation, they could, right? No, that's not normal. Some, especially those with young children to raise, may look for a spouse quite soon after spouse passes, but Chad was looking before she passed. Yeah, exactly. Right? Right. Let's see. Are there any searches planned for Yellowstone yet? When does the snow melt there? Good question. And somebody said it's still got a lot of snow. But I really hope that people in the area will do search parties once Yellowstone's open and the snow melts. The courts have even asked Lori about what children were about, and she ignores him like she has no children. I know. I mean, can the judge not say, okay, lady, you know what? You want to get out of here. It's really simple. Where are your children? Lori, obviously, she's not going to speak for herself in court, but still. Basically, Dateline was a summary of what we already know. You did not know anything about the case. It was a good one to watch to catch up. Yeah, right? That's what my friend texted me. She goes, it's all repetitive. I'm going, as well, it's repetitive because we've been following it. But for new people, I guess it wouldn't be, A video popped up on my feed. Cops, investigators asked Psych of Reverend Donna Serafina questions on Tylee. Yeah, I saw that. People keep trying to get the Donna Serafina thing to mean something. I mean, if she can lead somebody to the bodies, that would be great. But it goes back and forth, on that, because she describes something but nobody seems to know exactly where it would be. Or maybe they do. Jail cosmetics. I know, we couldn't see if she had lipstick on. Bummer. She had a mask on. No jailhouse makeup for Lori yesterday. No jailhouse hair either. She did have jailhouse hair. Nobody fixed her hair this time. I've got explicit information on the Abby Libby case in Ohio, but I don't know if Leo's following up. I mean, this dude lived close to them and even had a newsboy hat. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that case. Would that be a good one to follow, Judy? You live a couple miles, Katrina, from where Charles Vallow was shot in Chandler? I used to live in Tempe. I have friends that live in that area too. Amanda Stone shocked me when she said, indeed, we would kill family as an Abrahamic sacrifice. What? Remember the Mormon Lakes letter? Yes. Yeah. Abby and Libby are in Delphi, Indiana, not Ohio. Okay, that is the case. The Delphi murders. Yeah. Delphi. You know I'm going to say it wrong. If there's a wrong way to say it, I'm going to say it. Delphi case would be great to follow. Okay. I heard it's got a lot of really weird twists and turns to it of some sort. I haven't looked into it though. Can you shout out my friend Gocher Vlogs? Goacher Vlogs. Vlogs. Gocher Vlogs. Okay, there you go. Oh yeah, Katrina, go to her neighbor's house and ask about the pool party. When you guys, we should do that. Somebody should go like, can you tell us about this pool party that happened? I want to know who was there. Who was there? Who came to the pool party? I bet it was like Melanie niece and their little circle. Maybe Melanie Gibb was there because that was before Melanie Gibb, went, oh my goodness, this is crazy. I got to get out of here. Melanie Gibb's going to be a huge, huge, huge witness in this. And film it for us. Yeah. That's why, originally when I started my channel, I was like, I want to do local crimes because I could like go to the places and stuff, but it's not that easy to find really good crimes everywhere, like where exactly you're at, thankfully, I guess. I bet Zulema is a major figure in this. She has lawyered up, but I heard them pronounce her name Zulema, which rhymes with yeah. The satanic religion of Aleister Crowley. Oh. Has anyone spoke to Melanie Gibb recently? Okay, so the people that know her that have emailed me, there's two ladies that I get emails from that have given me information that actually know Melanie Gibb, and they said that they said she went dark, but I don't think they mean dark, like Lori's dark, that she's just staying away from social media, staying away from people, being extremely private and just staying away. And I think that's smart of her because God only knows what they would do to her now that they know, she's just staying under, under the wire, under the, what's the word? I believe true crime, Jesus has it in the Delphi case, follow the money. It's mind-blowing. I'm not really need to look into. For me, it's about Melanie. Don't tell me she moved to Rexburg and didn't demand to know where the kids are. She's a key. Has FBI asked her to take a lie detector test? She will fail epically. Yeah, Kathy. I think so. I think Melanie niece can blow this thing open if she comes clean. I really do. I think Melanie knows where those kids are, and I think she knows what happened to them. And I don't know. I keep saying she's young. Anybody in, younger than 40 to me is young, but she just turned 31. My oldest son is 30. And so, he's a boy, but when I think about the age difference between me and somebody that's a 30-year-old and like the wisdom and the life lessons that you learn, and how maybe at 31, I was still, I had 3 kids by then, but still learning about life quite a bit. So I think that Melanie niece is got all this crap in her head, been told a lot of things and knows. And also Melanie niece believes all the bullshit, like all the lies that she's been told about their faith in their religion and the dark side and the light side and all this stuff. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, Tracy, yeah, just to be fair, I thought I just heard the neighbors said it sounded like a party. I mean, it could have been maybe a Tylee and a friend or two. And yeah, you know, having you turn on a little bit of music and you have kids playing in a swimming pool, it sounds loud. You know, we had swimming pools my whole life growing up. And even if I had 2 or 3 friends over, you know, and my parents had another couple or friends over and you sit out by the pool, it can sound like a party without being a, you know, rager. Do they use that word anymore? It's a rager. Yeah, I will. I have quite a bit of the. There is a part in there where I yell at one of the cats. So when I post the Dateline in the parts, excuse me yelling at a cat. I may have even said a swear word, but she jumped right in front of the TV. I was like, rah! Trying to tape this for people. So yeah, but I'll put it all up there. You guys will see it. Yeah, Kathy, I agree. Melanie knows a lot. I don't know how you can. Ziggy, stop. I don't know how you can, you know, be there, ditch your kids, tell your Brandon, your husband, that you can have the kids or I can have the kids or whatever, throw all their crap out on the street. Ziggy, you're not going in there. Come here, Zig. Come on, come over here. You know, and not know where the kids are. Come on, Melanie. Blow this case open. Seriously. Do the right thing, right? Come on, Melanie, do the right thing. Do you really think that God's going to protect you for doing the wrong thing? Because he's not. Like, you need to do the right thing, right? You guys, like, Melanie needs to just tell people where the kids are. End this. She can. I am convinced that Melanie can end this. Audrey, I have a friend in Gilbert, going to reach out to her to see if she knows something we don't. Yeah, good idea. And Katrina says, hit the like button. Yes, please hit the like button. Like, and if you're new, subscribe, because we do this every Saturday. So you'll know when we are having our lives, and we'll go live if anything big happens as well. And I'm following this case from get-go. There's like 60, I think I have like up to almost 60 videos just on this case alone from the beginning. I jumped in the early part of this case and started following it. I think my first video is from early January or end of December, probably early January. Someone thought the white car in back of Alex trucks in Yellowstone was Melanie's car. Ian was in Yellowstone the day before or after too. Yes, there's pictures of him there with his kids, right? Yes, thumbs up. Maybe she can't talk publicly already. We hope so. Let's hope so. I think Melanie will wait until the end of July. Yeah, maybe she's trying to see if this is all going to be the start of their 144,000 thing. We're at the beginning of the Vallow Daybell saga, right? I think this is going to get more and more and more. I mean, we are kind of like I feel like we're in a holding pattern, like we're just circling. Tony B, if it's something wrong with Lori when all she has to do is produce the kids, I guess she prefers prison over freedom. Go figure, right? I mean, right? She can't produce the kids. That's the bottom line, I think. Otherwise, she would, right? Hit the shallow dingbats. When is next court date? July. They talked about moving it up. I guess Mark Means said that he wanted her preliminary hearing to be moved from May to July. And then yesterday in court, he goes, well, we could do it in June. And so then the judge was like, okay, well then do you want to change it to June? And he's like, oh, well, we can talk about that later. So maybe they'll move it. Maybe they'll move it sooner. Sooner the better. We're all stuck in our houses right now anyways, right? Maria, yeah, it's like a quarantine, right? Yeah. Yeah, we're just sitting here waiting. Tick-tock. Viking, I think because she had possibly gotten away with so many other murders in the past, she figured she would get away with it. Mm-hmm. Yep. Dels, let's keep pushing until she feels the fires of hell. Right. Somebody knows something. Somebody always knows something. But in this case, people know something. And I don't think Ian knows as much as Melanie, but I think Melanie's told Ian some stuff, and now Ian's like, you know. This new judge is the first time someone told Lori no, and you can stay in jail because everyone is quarantined. I know. So they thought they were going to be able to use that. I am going to kill this cat, like I swear. Ziggy, come here. So now I learned my lesson. I will do my lives in the other room from now on because it's worse than having kids. Bail bondsman agreed to post the bond weeks ago if she just proved the kids are alive to judge via live stream. If she could just, she's in jail during the epidemic, and right. So Lori could get out. Lori could tell us where the kids are. Thank you, Erica. Thank you. I love the little emojis on there. Erica donated $4.99 to my channel. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Much appreciated very much, Erica Elliott. Thank you. Lori, Ziggy's he's being a brat right now. It's like, when you're on the phone, when your kids are little and you're on the phone and they all act up. This is what's happening right now. Lulu, stop her. Stop him. Usually the dog patrols for me. She always tells all the animals to stop doing stuff, but I could let him in with chickens, but I'm kind of afraid not being there. The attorney is toast. Lori had dagger eyes. He will never make it through a criminal case, let alone for Chad too. Oh, I know. She gave him the look. Remember the last time when she left there and she was with he was all in her ear and she's like, This time it was because last time they reduced her bail. And I think Lori thought when they got reduced to $1 million that they would be able to get her out of there. I think she thought that it was going to happen that time. And then Chatty Daddy couldn't make it happen. So he's like, well, let's just make it happen. Let's just see if we get it lowered just a little bit more, Lori. And then I'll get you out, promise. All right, I'll be right back. I'll put that cat in there and hopefully. Thank you, Mary McInnes. Thank you so much for the donation. $5. Thank you. I'm going to be right back. Go lay down. Why don't you just come with me? How about this? All right, you guys get to see the troublemaker because this is him. That's Zig. Say hi. He is, look at him. He's not happy. He doesn't want to be on YouTube. He's very, okay, get down then. Maybe I distracted him enough he won't go back and try to get in there. There's some stuff in my way here. Thank you, guys. All right. Sorry, this is a little bit of a chaotic live today with them. I don't know why they're acting up, but they are. Yeah, he's really a good kitty cat, but he is big. He's huge. He is a big dude. He's busy. He's busy, yeah, right? He's trying to get in that room. That's how busy he is. And he's really really obnoxious about it. He's like a spoiled little brat. That's what he is. You don't mind, Ziggy? Okay, thanks. I'm Emily donated. Thank you, Genus. Oh, thank you. Oh, Lenny, looks like a tiger, yeah. Now he's just sitting down here she took me away from the door that I was trying to get in. My cat is 21 pounds. Wonder how big hers is. Oh, wow. Yeah, last time I weighed him, he was 18. He's 18 pounds, so yours is even bigger. How can we find out if Lori has life insurance on Chad? Good question. I would love to know that too. Is there, I don't know if there's like a way to know unless somebody told us. But I'm sure Lori, that's like Lori's MO to get rich, is to have life insurance on people. I think cops should call her bluff and say they take CPS out of taking kids. She can produce, then she has no excuses, right? We're like, you know what, Lori, you can keep your kids. We're dropping the CPS thing, so keep your kids and see what happens. Your kids love Ziggy, Judy. Yeah, he's huge and he's heavy. Like just trying to pick him up there, I'm like, and he's all, I don't want to be on YouTube. I like my anonymity. Does Alima really work for the insurance policy company that did her insurance policies? I don't know. She continued, and remember I did the video on the witness list. Social Security person is on there. So she is definitely being investigated for Social Security fraud. I mean, why else would they be on there, right? She's getting the money. Oh, yeah, I'm sure Chad is looking at that possibility of life insurance. Yeah. Yeah, both of them. Who's going to go first? Who's going to? Mark Means will be dead body number 5 or Lori's 6th husband. Yeah, right. One or the other. According to Nate, there is a charges against both Lori and Chad based on the info confiscated from Chad's computer. Okay, so yeah. So why don't they do it? What are we waiting for? Tylee would have fought Lori to protect herself and JJ. Tylee was stronger than her mother. Lori wanted to be a teenager and Tylee was definitely the mother. Yeah, I know. Especially when you watch that police interview, the purse interview. Tylee was like, Mom, simmer down. Marilyn, you hope Chad has diarrhea? Yeah, why not? Bad diarrhea. We're wishing diarrhea on Chad today. I don't know what they're waiting for either. Are they just trying to really get a good case? And then, somebody said, and where did I see this? Was it here? I don't know. The FBI truck that's there in Rexburg, the FBI thing, they think the only reason that FBI would still be there is they're wiretapping phone calls, like Chad's calls, like they're listening in on stuff. Does anybody know anything about something like that? Do you think that's what it would be for? I mean, why is FBI, is anybody in Rexburg, is that FBI still there? That's why you think Tylee was poisoned? Yeah. Judy, what? I missed it. Oh, thanks, your mama. I hope that they're alive. Those kids are loving and kind. I pray for them. I know. Wouldn't that be the best ending to this story? And then Lori can be prosecuted for all the other deaths. Just bring those kids out. That'd be the best. But I don't see where they would be. They've been gone since September. Where on earth? Unless there's another knucklehead out there, that believes Lori's BS and is willing to stow away kids. But seems like that would be so wrong. Chad may make a plea deal if he knows they have info. Then Lori stays in for life. He does some time for plea, then writes bestseller movie and is rich and had kids and grandkids to live for. Well, that would probably be in his best interest, right? I mean, does want to write books and write a movie. I can't wait. Yeah. Lori would be a trophy wife. Yeah, she thinks she's a trophy. I really think they're dead. I know, me too. I think they're dead. I don't want them to be dead, but I think they're dead. I just cannot find a way to think that they're alive. I think about it, and I'm just like, how can they even, where would they be? How can they be alive? And the fact she got rid of, the dog and things that JJ really needed. I don't know. I said that, the FBI. Oh, Judy, okay, you're the one that said that. I think that's really smart. I've been thinking about that. We'll all faint if the kids show up. If the kids escaped on their own, they are smart for laying low. Oh, wouldn't that be the best story though? If all of a sudden there's like this big escape, like those girls escaped from that house in Ohio that were held prisoner there for so long and had babies and stuff. You know what I mean? Then that'd be great. That would make this movie like a best movie ever if the kids were just somewhere and they escaped and came running out to us. Hey. What's up with brothers slipping up and talking of them in the past tense? Yeah, he has talked about them in the past tense as well. I thought that was strange right from the beginning when Colby had an interview and talked about it from the past tense. I think because Tylee was a teenager and so smart, if she made it out, she would have made it to the press ASAP. Yeah, she probably. I think if Tylee would make it out, she'd like get in touch with somebody, a friend of hers or a friend's mom or something, and they would, alert the police and come get her. Teenagers have a hormonal drive to survive like no other. Probably they need to have that because teenagers live on the edge sometimes. So it really is probably innate, like in our DNA as a teenager to just want to survive like that. Lori's more of an albatross than a trophy. Rhea believes that Colby knows more than he puts on. Yeah, I think Colby and Melanie know more than they say. I do believe that in a way, I do believe that Colby's a victim, but I think he knows more. And I think for some reason he's protecting, and I don't know if it's out of fear, out of loyalty, out of being brainwashed by this stupid mother of his for so long. Sensible crime. I could be a trophy wife in a pie eating contest. They stayed because she sensed all this was coming. She could be in college, but she refused to leave JJ. The wicked badger from the West. Back to Ian's statement, Tracy. Yeah, Ian's statement is just so telling. And then Ian doesn't like it anymore that he made those statements and they came out to the world, He was very reserved yesterday and like, yeah, I did. I did. I told her. I wore a wire for the FBI, but it's terrible. I was spying on my own wife. Your own wife that you knew for 5 minutes before you married her. I think they only knew each other for like a week. Oh, they did say how they met yesterday on that Dateline. Did you see that? They met on an app? Did you see that? I thought they said that they met on an app. Yeah, Colby could. Yeah, definitely. I believe Colby's scared. I also believe he knows stuff. I think Colby doesn't know which way to go with this, to be honest. I wonder for a minute if he is still involved with the FBI. Oh, Ian? If he's smart, he is. It's weird to hear Colby say Lori treated him like a boyfriend. Yeah, that was weird. That was really weird. She treated him more like a boyfriend. But she treats Tylee more like like she's the kid and Tylee's the mom. So their dynamics are really jacked up. Oh, they met on the app for, I think, LDS singles. Okay. Perhaps that Lori could have told Lori he could have Tylee's inheritance if he keeps quiet. You mean, Colby? Ian was an eval. Yeah. Ian lived in the same apartment complex. Oh, he did. So Alex, Lori, Ian, and Melanie all lived in that apartment complex? She was looking for a new man while she was still married. Shades of chat. Lots of parents have never been exposed. Why? Lori's parents have never been exposed. Oh, sorry, lots. Yeah, Lori's family is just really weird. Melanie and Ian met on an LDS app. Okay. Maria says. I think they said that on Dateline. It was an app. Ian was an eval. I agree, Marilyn. Wood. Steal, like somebody had put gold digger and grave digger in one of the comments. I said I was going to steal that for a title, and I did on my last video. I did name it gold digger and grave digger. I love that. I stole that, I confess, from a comment, but I did tell them I was going to do that. Who? I can't remember who it was. Our family, not all con artists. They seem to be, Katrina, the whole family. Remember, there's stuff. I keep telling somebody was going to find me more stuff about them so I could do a whole video on the family, but I haven't even gotten that far because their family is really wacky. Wackadoodle. Whole family. Wackadoodle. Colby sees all those dead bodies. Yeah. I'd be afraid. I'd be like, can I join the witness protection program, please? Was it a Married at First Sight app? Right? Oh, Kelly, yeah, right? Married at First Sight app. They need one of those Married at First Sight apps for sight shows for somebody my age. I'd go on it because everybody I pick is just, they might do a better job. Do we really believe this could be a fully ado? I don't know. A couple people have commented that, so I threw it in there. There goes that cat again. Some people have commented on that and said that before, and I don't know. I just threw it in there because I thought it was interesting. I never had heard what a fully ado was before, and I thought, oh gosh, that is really mine just really fascinates me, like how our minds can be programmed and deprogrammed and brainwashed, and what you can do to somebody's mind. It really Ziggy. It really blows my mind what you could do to somebody's mind, you know? Her dad's got his own legal trouble and he's anti-government, yeah. And he did time for pretending he was a lawyer. Ziggy! Lulu, stop her. Stop him. I wonder if she has received any messages while in jail as to what she's supposed to be doing next. She, in body language, was very calm in the courtroom. Yeah, she seemed very relaxed in the courtroom. Do you think she thought it was going to work? It's a group fully ado. I know, and it said that you could be a fully trust. Can you hear that? Is him scratching? Is that really bugging you guys? Because I'm just going to ignore it if it's not bugging you guys. Her roots are definitely gray. How many people died before oldest sister Lori didn't know about the infant sister? Yeah, the infant sister died. Stacy died. Alex is dead. Summer's interesting. Did you guys ever go all the way back and see that where Lori's the video I got off? It's gone now from YouTube, but I have it, of her and Summer singing karaoke to someone, their friend Melissa. Okay, if it's not bugging you, then it's just super annoying because he's very insistent that he needs to be in my office. He thinks the bed in my office, which is our guest bed, is his. Yeah, so I wouldn't be, and then the attorney, the bankruptcy attorney, and it just cracks me up that all like the mainstream court people are all talking about stuff that we've been talking about for months, like court TV and stuff. We've been talking about this. We've been talking about Stacy's from months ago, right? And the attorney. On our chat, somebody was the one that said that one of Lori's attorneys had died way back when they were still in Hawaii and hadn't been arrested yet. And then look what happens. Comes out there was an attorney that died. Yeah, the karaoke video. Melanie's lawyers are nuts too. Yeah. My cat does that when I don't let her in my room too. God, they're so, it's not a problem. Okay. I'll leave Ziggy alone. Chad's kids are not all there. No, they've got their brain reprogrammed too. Get with the program, Court TV. I know, because they seem like they should be right on top of everything. They got a bunch of people working for them. They got people that do the background stuff. And we here are way ahead of them. I'm pretty proud of us for that, though. Between everybody that sent me stuff, that sends me stuff, and, you know, our own little investigating and me looking things up, I'm actually really impressed with us. You guys are awesome. Our brainstorming, we're way ahead of the game. Hi, Gayla. We're still here. Welcome back. So, Dateline. What else was on Dateline? Was there anything else on Dateline that stuck out to you guys? Charles' sons, I know. That's just the way she told them. They're just horrible. We are smart. We're smart. Yeah, we are. There we go. Yeah, they get a lot of stuff wrong. Bankruptcy attorney, yeah. Did anyone else notice Lori looking at her attorney's crotch area? What? No, I didn't notice that. I told that to Ashley Banfield. She responded to me and seemed interested in our group. Oh, okay, cool. That's right. That's right. You invited her, right? To our Facebook? And if you guys aren't on the Facebook, answer the questions because I don't want any trolls in. So I just want to know that you know the case and then that you're a legit Facebook person, you know, interested in the case. Because we have a really, really, really good group. Wait, what? Lori? Oh, yeah. I know. Sorry. I the attorney crotch comment. I'm like, wait. The bankruptcy attorney died of natural causes. Yeah. So did Tammy. Someone else was saying okay, so the coroner that was like, oh yeah, we don't need a medical examination autopsy on Tammy. That is so wrong. Any suspicious deaths are a coroner case, right? So what if a coroner case? So that death of Tammy, whether Chad said, I don't want an autopsy or not, should have had an autopsy right from the beginning. Because God only knows if, you know, God only knows if the fact that, I lost my thought again. But, you know, so when we would have deaths at the hospital, our deaths would be, you know, since I worked at labor and delivery, we'd have stillborns. They were considered coroner's cases. So I had to call the coroner and they go down all this questions with you. And then they either release it or not. And so if anything in there sounds or suspicious or whatever, they're supposed to say, no, we want the coroner's case. So we will come get the body and we will do our examination on it. Thank you, Deborah Dickerson. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. $5. So appreciated. Thank you very much. Really, really, really appreciate you. Everyone is so nice here. You guys are so awesome. My little group of Saturday morning friends. My kid is in the middle of tap dance class online, so hard to focus. Oh, you can take tap dance. I used to take tap when I was a kid. That was like my favorite thing to take. Maybe I should take it back up again if I can do it online. No, I'm not going to tap. I need to get on I have a Peloton that is sitting there that I haven't been on in like 2 months. I need to get my butt back on it because now that we're all stuck in our house, I really should be on it. Did Melanie's ex-husband also have life insurance? Brandon, yes. Yes, $1 million is what I heard. She would have got $1 million from Brandon. No one wants her family member autopsied and cut, but 49, what's natural cause could be? Because could there be? Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah. And remember I told you my friend Pam, who supposedly shot herself, which I don't believe. They did an autopsy on her, and she still had a funeral with a viewing and everything. She wasn't, you could see her. She was okay. You know what I mean? So Tammy's was an unattended death. Yeah. Just, are you leaving, Nigel? Bye. We will have a great day. I hope you do too. Stay well. I missed a bunch. Did you talk about the sealed off comment about Joe on the zombie list? No. I got to look at that zombie list again. Justin's zombie list. Because I saw it the other night and I was going to bed. And then yesterday was a crazy busy day. And I need to go look at it again and see how all those letters work. But what does that mean? Sealed off on the zombie list. Bye, Nigel. Justice for Tammy hopefully is coming soon. I hope so. She was an excellent health, marathon runner, no serious ailments. Yeah. And then somebody said the bankruptcy attorney had an aneurysm. I saw that go by and I didn't say it because I was talking about something else that I lost track. But if it was an aneurysm and they had that, in an autopsy and that was for sure, then that just happened to Lori's lawyer, but not so strange back then. Now when everybody drops dead around Lori, it makes perfect sense. But if it really was, like I said, I'll give you 1 or 2 untimely deaths around you, but as many as Lori has around him, The cops are to order autopsy on death of someone too young or found by a spouse. It's automatic. Could be foul play, and life insurance always requires one. Yeah, so how'd they get away with that? That's my question. How did you get away with not having an autopsy? And the coroner, they're an elected person. I hope they don't get reelected, because that's a really stupid call to make, to just be like, got it. Okay, Catherine, watch Zav Girl today for that list info. Yeah, I have it. I just haven't gone over it, but I will. I'll watch hers. The funeral homes are experienced in taking care of most casualties. An autopsy is nothing. Yeah. Yeah, they can do it. Idaho law don't require one. Idaho's weird. No offense, Idaho, but I just don't understand some of the things that go on in Idaho. Sealed means dead, Judy. Okay. So Joe was sealed. Rexburg is a good old boy system. Chad said no, they say okay. Wild, Wild West, right? Oh, look at there. They dropped dead. Meant to be. It's not what you know, it's who you know. Yeah. I don't think Tylee would do that. She was too independent to follow evil. Yeah, a lot of people that, like Annie has said stuff about that Tylee and Lori really bumped heads. They didn't get along very well. That Tylee, was very headstrong and had a mind of her own. Still wonder what the attraction is to Shins. Lori's other husbands were attractive and wealthy. I don't know what her attraction is to Chad Daybell. And that picture of them on the beach facing each other, you can see, now that people pointed out the chins, now every time I see a side view of him, I count them. 1, 2, 3. It's like, needs to do those chin exercises or something. That coroner is suspect and lacks experience. Google it. Interesting. Okay. Lori's parents have lost 3 children. That alone is crazy. It is crazy. You should watch John Oliver's special about how they are elected. You need like 0 experience to do autopsies, and there's tons of issues with them all over the US. Yeah, and I called my friend's coroner office and spoke to them and said, how can you say that she committed suicide? Oh, well, we don't. I said, she's left-handed. She was shot on the right side of the head. That alone, how can you just say it was suicide? Oh, well, we don't look at that, they said. They told me. I recorded the conversation. We don't look at that. We just, some people are ambidextrous, so we don't care what hand they are or what handedness they are. They can. If you were going to kill yourself, wouldn't you make sure you use your dominant hand? Like, my left hand is not a guarantee if I want to kill myself that it's going to work right like my right hand is. And Pam, my friend, was very left-handed. So I don't, but they just flat out were like, no, we don't worry about if they're left-handed or right-handed. They were really just no drugs in her system, which the investigator that's working on it says is really weird because usually people will take something, to calm them down before they do that. Like, so much stuff was weird about my friend's death. And I was like not real happy with when I spoke to their coroner office. And then they were supposed to have the medical examiner call me back, and they never did because they don't want to talk about it because they probably look at it and go, yeah, she's right. There's some weird stuff here. Sealing in the Mormon religion usually refers to being married for eternity. I know, but they were saying that Joe was sealed. Death. Do they have laws in Idaho? Just kidding. You guys are funny. I'm curious about Alex's death. Me too. Freaking autopsies are taking forever. Can you believe that both autopsies are taking so many millions of years? Or are they just not telling us? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot they're not telling us. If we know all of this stuff and there's stuff they aren't telling us, there's a lot. Like, I don't understand why Chad's not arrested yet. I was thinking it's super creepy that when Charlie went to the funeral home, the funeral director was super nervous to talk to them and give out any info. Weird. Yeah, that is weird. The 911 call was so staged. Which one, on Alex, Erica? Alex 911 call, or when he died, or when Charles died? It said is now sealed away. Oh. Okay. They've been X, so I don't know what the rules are in preparing a people. They aren't telling. It went to Idaho Attorney General, so they have them back. Right. And I think you can hear Z. So once it went to the Idaho Attorney General, that's what made me think that Tammy's results are back. And like I said last week, I think if they could simply say, oh, she had an aneurysm, she had a pulmonary embolism, she had, an MI, they would have said so, right? But the fact that they didn't see anything logical, like, oh my goodness, this lady had a stroke in her sleep. Oh my goodness, she had a pulmonary embolism. Oh my goodness, she had, an aneurysm. Oh, thank you, Rhea. Catherine, you're the best. Thank you all for joining. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. And thank you, Rhea. Appreciate your donation. You're very sweet. Audrey, you're awesome with scratching kitty cats. Thank you, Audrey. Thanks for the donation. $5 from each of you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you very, 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 very much. Very much appreciated. Thank you. If Chad needs attorney, it would be assumed they'd have it back. Yeah, Carla, I think they do. And I think it isn't anything that they can just say is a natural death. That cat is going to go and is going to be grounded for real. Not even kidding. Haven't heard that, but I bet it's poison. Malachite. Tammy is complete because they went up transferred to the state capital to handle this, right? That's what we're, okay. When will we see progress if moving forward on this case? Good. I would like to know too. I mean, you know, I feel like every other case moves forward faster, and this one's like on the slow train. Like we're circling and circling and circling and circling, and we need clearance to land. Ziggy, go take a nap. He's relentless. Like he's not giving up on this idea of going in that office right now. Gosh. Well, a cat is just making background music so cute. Oh, yeah. You know, he does that when I'm in there working, you know, sometimes. So I have to let him in because I'm on the phone with my patients. He's really just stubborn. I didn't know you have a Patreon. What more do you go into there? I will have to join. I only have the one level, and there's also coming up, there is membership on YouTube that I just learned about with different levels. And I am going to get that rolling. I was trying to wait for like 10,000 subscribers, you know, but my subscribers creep up. You know, I don't know what we're at. We're at a little over 4,000, between 4,000 and 5,000 right now. And before I did the membership thing, I was kind of waiting to get more, but I might as well do it. You know, what's the harm? And then you guys can get some stuff, and we can get the emojis, because when you have a membership, you get emojis. And I won't make it expensive. And, you know, then you guys can do that. And then I was going to do like a low membership, like a $2.99, right? And we'll do a monthly happy hour live chat with members. That's my plan right now. If you guys want to do happy hour, and then we can either have coffee or a glass of wine or something with the happy hour. So just the thoughts going in my head as far as how the channel goes, since we have such a good group of people now and everybody's so awesome and nice, and you know, we're all in this together with this case. I knew a person that died mysteriously, and the medical examiner said it could take a year for toxicology results. I think it ended up taking 6 months and was labeled suicide. Interesting. Okay. So they did say a year for that one, and it was 6 months and suicide. Okay. Cox and Daybell families are griffers. One of my favorite sayings. Griffer? I don't know what that means. How do we pay that? For the membership or for the pay? I haven't set up the membership yet. I'll look into it. Hi, Ida Kennedy. Your first time, welcome. We love when my first timers come here. Yeah, Ria, happy hour. Woo! Thank you for joining us. And Isabel, I'll work on that. I'll let you know because I haven't set it up. But I do have a Patreon, and there's a link if you want to do the Patreon. The Patreon I have is $3.99 a month. That's the only level. It's just to donate to help the channel. And also, I'm going to do the membership thing that Facebook allows, and probably is maybe easier. And there will be a link when I get it set up that you can click on whatever level. Like they have cool emojis that you can use. If your level, my first level will just be like $1.99, you know, and then we'll do like $3.99 or something for the next level, and I'll do like 3 levels. Yeah. So I'll be putting that up, Isabel, and I'll let you know. That darn 40, you know, that darn day job I have, it holds me back from really getting where I want to with this. It's like I'm like working. I'm like, oh, I want to do a video. I'm like, I can't. These people pay my bills. So I have to work for a living at the nurse job. But I'm working on all that stuff. Welcome, yes. Griffers mean swindlers. Oh, okay. Is that it? Grifters. Oh, swindlers. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Bunch of swindlers, bunch of grifters. Yeah, that's a good one. For real. Or crooked people. Aha, got it. Isabel, you have too much fun on my channel on Facebook? Well, good. That's after an inguinal hernia, right? I got a stab pain in the left lower abdomen and have had pain when speaking there ever since. What could that be? Thank you. I had inguinal hernia surgery. That was a painful recovery. It puts Lori in a better light. She was so cold about his death. Yeah, for real. Grifters, they only suck from society and they never give back. Ah, okay. Stupid real jobs, I know. I was darned. Yeah. I'd definitely be a paid subscription for this page. I love it. Thank you, Erica. I'm going to try to find it. I haven't had anything about it really. Want to hear if it has any emotion or if you can tell it was staged. I'm missing some of the comments, so hopefully the comments will stay up and I won't mess that up again like I did twice. Hi, Tony. How are you? Thank you, guys. Colby didn't seem to be believable, and I hate to say that because it's such a horrible thing, but he was off. Came across as more as a kid who didn't like his stepdad. Oh, you like the grave digger and the gold digger title? Yeah, I stole that from a comment, but I told them I was going to. It was perfect. I'm like, oh, I need to title my next video that. Melanie seemed off on the interview last night. There were some answers she was definitely lying about or hiding stuff. Yeah, I agree. Totally agree with that. Erica, you're amazing. Chad's 911 call. Have you seen anything? Was there emotion or stuff? They haven't released his 911 call. We've never heard it unless it's hidden somewhere. But if anybody has that. Great, thank you. What about the lawyer? Lori's bumbling buffoon of a lawyer. You know, that guy needs to stay in his lane. He is not a criminal attorney. I mean, that'd be like me. I'm an OB nurse, right? That'd be like me walking into an ICU and thinking I could handle it. You know, I've been in an ICU unit to work since nursing school, you know, in 2002. So why does he think he can do criminal law? Like, we all have our specialties and things. You can't just do whatever you want just because you have an attorney name after you. Why would he be even? This is a huge case, like huge. He even says this is like one of the biggest cases ever. Okay, and so step down, dude, because you do not belong there. Go do divorces. Go do whatever you got to do, but you are not a criminal attorney. Melanie said she was talking to her Uncle Alex every other day, yet knew nothing about his activities. She also said there was no plan with all the marriages within a short time. Okay, that's what I was going to say. So she says, oh, yeah, I was talking to Uncle Alex, and he was having a really hard time breathing. I was talking to him every other day. BS, 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 BS. I call BS on that. And then, oh, yeah, Uncle Alex was having a hard time breathing. Like, that's such a lie. That's such a lie. That's such a lie. And then all of a sudden he drops dead and is foaming at the mouth. But for days before he had a hard time breathing and he didn't know the doctor. Sure, I believe it. That lawyer must be in this cult. I see no other reason to be there. Melanie says, there's no cult. There's no cult. That's how she says it. He wants to get his name out there. Yeah, I guess so. Where do they find means? I'd like to know too. Kept whining about being from out of town. Yeah. You know, I have to come all the way here and I need to be able to talk to my client and I live in a different state. Then he said he lives in a different state, but he's not in a different state, is he? Why did he say that? Her lawyer was trying to bully his way into getting what he wanted. I thought he was going to hyperventilate. Oh, I know. I'm like, that guy needs oxygen. Is there an O2 tank there? Can we give him a face mask? He was making me nervous. I just pictured him falling over, you know. Oh, crap. Lori's lawyer just died. Tammy was coughing too. Yeah, such a good excuse. Like, oh, yeah, couldn't breathe, was coughing. You see me cough. I cough when I do these things. I'm not dying. I do believe there is a chance that Alex had a cocaine or meth problem and died from that. Yeah, he could have, but I don't know. It seems awful coincidental that it would have happened right then, the day after Tammy's body was exhumed. The day after. Right? It just seems too coincidental. I think Mark Means teaches a class at BYU, Idaho, and Rexburg. Oh, but he doesn't, but he's not from Rexburg, right? He's from somewhere else? Idaho. Where is he from? I hear ducks flying. It's really loud. Means is a civic, not a criminal attorney. Yeah, he doesn't, he's in over his head. Civil, yeah. He should just say he's from France. One of the leftovers coneheads. What the heck? Evie, let's hope he doesn't teach criminal law. Yeah, let's hope. He doesn't know. And did you notice when the judge was like, and I do carry a copy of the Constitution on me? Like, she was a little bit more like, I'm going to be nice, but I'm going to throw a few digs at you. You know, I actually really like her. I think they got rid of the wrong guy. The other judge is what I'm talking about. The other judge was probably a little nicer to Lori than this one's going to be. I liked her. I like her. And they're stuck with her, right? You can't even act that bad. I'm still trying to figure out why Alex married a woman if he said himself he's gay. Weird. Yeah. Well, because I think in order to be part of the 144,000, you need a person that's also in the 144,000, and they, I guess, have to be the opposite sex. I don't know. I don't think the 144,000 does. I don't know. He is a down low man, Kelly. I think Ziggy finally gave up. It's the Sixth Amendment article. It's the Sixth Amendment or article. When you have had to like really study, I don't know, history to be an attorney. I mean, I had to study science. I had to take microbiology and chemistry and all that stuff that I don't even use to be a nurse, right? So when you have to study like US history pretty deep and the Constitution and the laws and everything that what did you? I have a family member that's an attorney. You should pick her brain. I'm in New Zealand. What happened in July when the world doesn't end for Lori? Well, in July when the world doesn't end for Lori, we will get to continue making YouTube, and we will get to continue making fun of Lori. And her hair is going to look really bad by then. And, you know, her Botox is already all gone, worn out. I shouldn't talk. My Botox is, haven't had it in over a year, so I'm right there with her on that one. But at least I keep my hair. I'm not in jail. I can keep my roots from showing. Constitutional law is first year law student course. Exactly. And we had to learn it every year in elementary school, middle school, and high school too, you know? So Mark Means, did he, you know, I said yesterday, I'm like, I wonder if he went to the same law school that Barry Cox did. Maybe he has that kind of experience. The Barry Cox Lawyer School of Law, where you're not really a lawyer, you just play one in life. What about Chad? Why is he not detained and questioned? He knows where the kids are. Yeah. What about Chad? Why isn't he? He just boom, 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 walking around town, looking at mobile homes. Lori is just like another inmate. She thinks she's Miss Hollywood. Constitutional law. There you go. Cox School of Dr. Seuss. This Kenya, perfect. Oh, I look better than Lori. Thank you. I'm older than her. Actually, I'm like a decade older than Lori. So thank you. I appreciate that. I use more of a neutral tone of lipstick, though. Let's do a Zoom party, Erica. That's a good idea. Totally would be a good idea. The Angry God. I've never done a Zoom anything. We do work meetings like that, but it's through WebEx. It's not through Zoom. But I saw where I make my thumbnails, you can make Zoom backgrounds. So I'm like, oh, I could do like a really super cool, like clouds floating by and stuff. Remember the scene in Wizard of Oz where the witch begins to melt? That's Lori. Her Botox and makeup go away. I'm melting. I'm melting. Yep. Oh, thank you, Tony. My voice. The biggest complaint I have on this channel is my voice in the comments. Oh my God, I can't stand to listen to her voice. Then don't listen to my voice. That's one of the biggest people that hate my channel. Like, they complain about my voice. What's my skincare secret? I don't really have one. I wash my face and I use moisturizer. Not really. I don't use anything. I'm not really in any kind of particular one. I just make sure I use moisturizer in the morning and at night. And I do have a lot of sun damage though, because we used to fry when I was a teenager. We'd put baby oil and iodine and fry and hold old album covers like this underneath us with tinfoil on them to bask in the sun, which is really dumb. Now that we know. But maybe if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have any wrinkles, right? Lori looks bad because the evil things she has done are beginning to show on her face. Exactly. Just like Julie Rowe. Do you guys notice that? Like Julie Rowe, her face has gone from actually pretty normal looking, nice looking, to she looks scary. You too, Erica. Oh, you like my voice, Diana? Thank you. No one ever complained about it until I had this channel. Like, no one's ever like, oh, your voice. Don't talk to me. Don't. Yeah, Julie Rowe looks bad now. Bad. Connie. God doesn't like, amen, Sherry, God doesn't like ugly karma. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Deborah. I think it's fun to imitate them. Like, I love imitating Chad and Lori. That was like my favorite thing. My family is just like, what? What are you doing? But I've always liked to imitate people. But not in a bad way, but only these guys in a bad way, you know? Oh, you like Ziggy, Tony? You're the best, so Ziggy. Ziggy went and mellowed out, finally. Means has an undergrad from UC Davis and a Juris Doctorate from University of Missouri. Look at you investigating Mark Means. Phone is acting up. Uh-oh. How's my signal today? It's okay? My never-ending cup of coffee. Julie is crazy Phoebe. I believe she's talking to one of my friends. What? Julie is crazy Phoebe. I believe she used to date. What? Okay, I missed it. Wow, UC Davis. Not sure who outside the 144,000 will employ Chad to publish their books. I love it. We have to laugh in these dramatic cases. Yeah, I know. It's like we always say that as working in a hospital, you have to have some dark humor. You can't get through depressing, horrible things without having some dark humor. I mean, it's just normal. It's kind of a way to sort of release it, you know? I mean, when I was working in the hospital, we had to have plenty of that. And especially when you work night shift, we would like lose our minds laughing, you know. I have dark humor about the epidemic. Sensible crime, yeah. We kind of have to have that, right? Pixelating a lot, but okay, not buffering today. Okay. You remind me of Bernadette on The Big Bang Theory. You're not irritating. Is she? Bernadette, she's the one that talks. So what happens as Chad realized that Lori never getting out, sex is over and he's going down? Do you think he turns on her? I think he's going to have to, unless he can get that portal working better than it's been working, because apparently it's broken. I want to hear stories from your friend. I think Julie is more involved than we know. Yeah, I think Julie, I mean, they all were a part of the whole thing in the beginning. Julie was in that group of Avo. That's how they all started following her first, right? I thought the judge was only going through the motions and had no intention of getting Lori out. Imagine if she did. The judge, we'd come under fire. Oh, yeah. But that's why I'm surprised she let it go on so long. Like Mr. Rambling, ready to have a, hyperventilate, was on and on and on and on and on. Yeah, what is it with the space-time continuum that the portals have stopped working? Yeah, I mean, you'd think they would just be like, okay, well, I'll meet you in Hawaii. I'm going to take my portal. You take your portal. I'll see you there, Chad. And we'll go have our sex 3 times a day like we were doing. That's what, remember, Lori told in the zombie email. Lori told somebody, Melanie Gibb, that her and Chad were going to have sex 3 times a day. Oh, it cracks me up that Julie Rowe tries to tell the news how Chad's got it wrong. Means acted like he knew everything about the complicated case. Chad is going to turn dark. Lori will follow. Yeah. Chad is going to turn dark. I read that. Nothing puts a smile on my face like someone mentioning the portal. I know. If there really was a portal, I should be coming back from Hawaii today right now. I should be on a flight because my trip got canceled due to COVID-19, and I couldn't even take the portal there and back. Lori wouldn't let me borrow her portal. I sent her a letter and she said, no, you're not one of us. You can't borrow my portal, lady. Go make your videos. It's raining in Portland. Julie warned Chad about Lori, and maybe that's when their communication tapered off. It's so unfair. The world is going to end on July 22nd. I'm Leo. Leo starts July 23rd. Oh, wow. That stinks for you. Means argument. People are not buying books right now, and Lori doesn't have a job. Oh, I know. I love that. People aren't buying books right now. Really? And Lori doesn't have a job. Well, did she ever? She had a makeshift in her house, cut hair once in a while, and she obviously cut Chad's hair a couple times. But Julie wanted to marry Chad, but Lori got to. I think so too. I think Julie had some plans for Chad. Did you see Tammy dying? I saw Tammy dying. Oh, but we didn't tell Tammy. But Chad saw Tammy dying. He said she was going to get in a car accident. But Chad saw Tammy dying, and I saw Tammy dying, and I said, do you still see Tammy dying, Chad? And Chad said, yes, except she got a buy. She got a few more weeks out of the deal. Remember that? Julie's like, yeah. And then we didn't know why, but then she was able to stay longer. Okay. Lori's in self-destruct mode now. It is striking in there that there are actually consequences in her life. Oh, yeah. Amazon has his books price slashed. Somebody can read free now on Kindle. Oh, really? His books are so weird. I've seen people put clips, and I've never really read them because it takes time, and I don't know if I want to give them that time, but someone told me, no, wait. One of the people that emailed me from Avo said, don't waste your time on Chad's books. Don't waste your time. That's what they said. I suspect when July end of days come and goes, Chad will be nowhere to be seen. His followers will question him, and Lori will be left on her own. Peace out, Lori. You're on your own. I'm going back to grave digging. Probably should be digging my own grave right now if I'm Chad. After this mess, the audience Chad had once enjoyed has probably been scared off from anything he published. Now the rest of us may be curious, but we won't give my time or money to the creep. Exactly. The coincidences are crazy, like the big recent Salt Lake earthquake. Not sure they predicted pandemic specifically, but the end of the world vibe in general. Can see where followers would think, yep. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but there are earthquakes, and I've felt them all my life. So if somebody would have said that, people were saying I remember in like 7th grade, people were saying, oh, California's going to fall in the ocean. California's going to fall in the ocean. And we all believed it as kids. And California's not in the ocean yet, right? We could all go, I predict. And then if it happened, we'd be like, see? And if it didn't happen, we'd be like, oh no, God gave more time, like Julie says about Tammy. All this stuff is sci-fi. Yeah. Lori probably moved on next. I just realized when you said July 22nd, that's the day that massacre happened in the kids' camp island thing, I think in France. Oh, really? Chad is digging his own grave. Yup. Going on out there, Chad. Go dig your grave because you're going to be in it soon or in a cell. It's all a cult. If, it, and all of them. Yup. I remember that prediction about California. Wasn't it Jeannie Dixon in the Inquirer predicted that? Yeah, one of those people predicted all this stuff that never happened. Lori digging it. Didn't mean to sound like I think it's legit. I just mean the type of people who follow others are easy to manipulate. So they have a gullible crowd of devotees. Yes, they do. They find people. That's why I'm like, how does Julie Rowe find these people that believe her crap? But I guess there's a lot of people out there that are searching for something. I mean, just like we said, with the Scientologists, they put a little booth up at fairs and, swap meets and different things. And they reach out to young people and they get them to join. It was sad to actually see Tightly listed as a dark soul. I thought she was close to Lori. When was the list made exactly? I assume all the zombie people were just who went against their beliefs. Yeah, so in the original zombie email, it says that Chad has a list, and the authorities have this. And see if I can find it. Chad has a list, and it says it in the original email, and the authorities have it. And I'm assuming this is the list that they were talking about back in that email. And let's see. Gotta scroll to the bottom here. But it flat out says that. Okay, next one. Okay, it says in the original zombie email, it says, let me find that part because I'm not going to read this whole thing. We've already heard it a million times. Chad told Melanie he has no relationship or interest in Julie Rowe. He also previously said he didn't want anything to do with Susan Freeman. Chad and Lori believe they are in charge of the 144th gathering couples for the 144,000. They make charts. Here it is. They make charts of who the people are and who is sealed to who and how many probations they've had and who they have had been in past lives. This chart was on Chad's computer and is in his email. So it is now public property. The 12 apostles are on the list. Tammy is on the list and was put down as being married to John, the beloved. Chad calls Lori, tells her Charles is now Ned Snyder. Lori tells Charles he has become a zombie. His spirit has been hijacked by an evil spirit, and his spirit is in limbo. He was hijacked again and became Garrett. So yeah, right from the get-go, they had stuff off Chad's computer that listed these people and what they were. So I'm assuming their ratings were in there. And that's probably why Julie Rowe had a copy of it. And she, was able to provide to Justin Lum with the ratings. And she was able to explain the ratings. All right, I'm going to wind up being done here in a minute because I'm hungry and I got stuff to do. The latest list gives everyone a light or dark rating. Lori is a 4.30. Yeah. Why are we not hearing updates from the state police, FBI regarding efforts for search for these kids? It's because they have said they are fine. This is bothersome. So, Deb, we could take that both ways. Maybe they know for a fact they're fine, or they know for a fact they're dead. If they know for a fact they're fine and know where they're at, maybe they're just going to be like, okay, we're not going to. But if they know for a fact they're dead, I guess too. But aren't they pretty adamant about finding bodies when someone's dead? Or do they really believe that maybe Tylee is in Yellowstone and there's nothing they can do about it until the snow melts? I wish I had a portal. Would love to go see my daughter in Tennessee and my grandbabies. Wonder where I could buy one. Call Lori. She might have a deal on one. She might be able to, you know what? She could probably sell you her portal so she could pay for a new attorney. I want a V-neck t-shirt. Okay, Audrey. You want V-neck t-shirt, please? Okay. I am going to work on that today. I'll do the merchandise. I didn't think you guys would really want this stuff, but if you do, I want one too. I've listened to energy work and it sounds like praying. Paying a person to pray for oneself screams of desperation and gullibility, in my opinion. People praying on these vulnerable individuals are evil. Agree. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for a great chat. Thanks, Connie. Yes, we do. All right, you guys. So I will put a link. This is my assignment for the day. I'll put a link to all the bad copy of the Dateline episode for you all that are outside the country that weren't able to see it, and you can watch it. Sorry, it's not great because it's my phone in front of the TV, but it's good enough. You'll see it and hear it. And then I will work on the merchandise thing, the membership thing, and since we're caught up on Lori and Chad, and then I'm going to look into that Delphi case to see about that one. All right, guys. Anything else before I go? Thank you again for being here. Appreciate all of you. And please send me stuff if you know anything cool or good or have any ideas, because you guys are super, super helpful. A lot of the emails and all the information I got are from a lot of my subscribers that know stuff and have thoughts and ideas. Yeah, I'm not done posting it, Isabel. I fell asleep last night because it was taking long to put each one up on the chat, on the Facebook thing. And thank you, Eleni. Oh, Ziggy, Eleni loves you. He's behaving now that I'm done, right? That'll be my, Isabel, that's what I'm gonna do right now. First off, I will put the rest of that, all the parts on the Facebook, and then I will do the other stuff that I said. Okay? So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Audrey. Thank you. I'm glad you guys are all here. Thanks for being my Saturday morning fun. Yeah, his name is, Stargazer. Yeah, Ziggy. Have a nice weekend, you guys. Oh, you have 7 cats, Tony? Ooh. That's a lot of cats. My kids had 4, and I have 1. So they're all here. But the most misbehaved one is mine. All right, guys. It's Sunday in New Zealand. It's already tomorrow. And we are just barely getting our Saturday started. I need to go to New Zealand. That's on my list. I need to go there. If anyone needs anyone to pray for them, just let me know, and it won't cost you a penny. Thank you, Judy. Thanks, Zulu. All right, guys. Bye. Thank you, Newton DKC donation. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, that's too cute. The little dancing kitty cat. That's Ziggy. Thank you for the $5. Appreciate it. Love you guys. Bye. Have a great weekend. Take care.